Hey, and welcome to James Bond Jr. My name is hyo24, and for those of us that grew up in the 80s, you might remember James Bond Jr. from the cartoon, but today we're going to play the very underrated platformer. Before we start, and yes, it's some good Neil Baldwin music. Before we start, we're going to need to put a password in because today we're only going to play the second loop. This game has two loops. It's kind of like Ghosts and Goblins, where you play the first loop and then they tell you at the end of the first loop that, hey, you didn't get the final guy, even though you did get him, and you have to do it all over again. So we're just going to do one loop today because both loops are exactly the same, and you really don't want to watch me play it twice, do you? I can. Alright, so we got the password in, so timer will go as soon as I hit start. And 3, 2, 1. Alright, in the first level, we have to deactivate 5 missiles. To deactivate the missiles, we have to find the control consoles and do a little puzzle. And it's one of those block puzzles where you move the shapes around until you get the picture that they want you to form. We're going to do a little damage boost. Whoops. Alright. Alright, so what we're doing now is we're going up here to kill this guy, and he's going to drop a scuba suit for us. And that's the only way to get in water, is to have the scuba suit on. So we turn the scuba suit on, we watch out for these guys going down, and we drop into the water. Now we have our great bubble gun. So we're going to try to avoid as much damage as we can through this water area. We've already taken a good amount of damage from the damage boosting. But what we're trying to do is limit the amount of damage, because if you die, you go back to the last place you took air. So we're actually skipping all of the air bubbles. So if we die, we actually go all the way back to the beginning. We don't want that to happen. So we made it through there. And we're just gonna... Now there's one glitch in this game, and the only time you'll see it is right here. If you hit down and then up, you make an invisible ladder. That is the only glitch in this game. So here's those puzzles I was talking about. Basically, you have the one you need to make on the right, and then the one you need to do on the left. Oh, crap. I don't know why there's no game sound. It was working just a minute ago. Alright, so we're going to go through here, trying to avoid... Sorry, now I'm worried about where my game sound is. No, the sound is on. I just heard it just a minute ago. I don't know. I think it's a glitch in GV USB 2. Sometimes it kicks out, so I am not sure what's happening right now. Oh man, now I'm not even paying attention. Oh. Sorry guys, worried about game sound and not paying attention to my game. So as you noticed, I died there in the water and I went back to the last air bubble area. Alright, we're going up to the second console now. We'll just skip a little bit. It's so slow climbing, but you can't jump onto the ladder. You have to actually start at the bottom of the ladder. So, but you can jump off of the ladder. So as long as you're going up, once you get high enough, you can jump off. So the first two puzzles, really simple. It's like 3 or 4 movements, boom, you're done. The next one, not so bad. The last two, absolutely brutal. So I will call out what you have to do, just so you know how many movements it takes to do these puzzles. So normally when we're doing the speed run, we'll skip this spot and skip those bombs because we don't need them. But in a marathon run, it's not bad to have a little safety. And so we'll just spend the extra 10 seconds to get those bombs. Not the end of the world. So now we're making our way up to the third console. I'm going to skip a few of these guys. Kill this guy to get some more bombs. Kill this guy to refill. Whoops. Oh, and that's another thing about this game. The way to switch your weapons is you have to hit down, so you have to duck first. Then you have to hit the button. So the only way to switch your weapon is to be ducked. Alright, we gotta kill these Easter guys. These Easter Island guys. And you can only throw 2 bombs at a time, so you want to make sure your bombs actually land. Or you're going to be sitting there waiting for the bomb so you can throw more. Alright, we're going to get that cheeseburger for a little bit more health. Switch over to our gun. So we just picked up a nuke. So what we're going to do, we're going to save our nukes till later in the board. And basically those are going to help us skip sections of the board. And save a lot of time. And once we get there, I'll show you what I mean. Alright, so now we've got these mines on the ground. The only way to kill them is by throwing a bomb on them. If you don't, you just kind of get knocked back. But they do a good amount of damage, so you want to stay away from them as much as possible. And if you haven't noticed, I'm going to die a lot in this game. That's just a part of this game. You're going to die a lot. Alright. Yeah, I didn't want to wait. So I figured I'd just go ahead and take the death. Wait for that guy. And then... Alright, so there's our third one. That's another pretty easy one. Not too bad. Oh, that was a bad jump. That's the problem. If you fall from too high, it'll stun you for a little bit, and usually that jump you can get away with it. But there's just like if you jump a little too high, it will stun you. All right, so now we're gonna make our way back. We're gonna kill one of the guys that we skipped earlier, and he's gonna drop a flashbang, and we're gonna need that flashbang for the guy after it. So we're just going to jump over all these bullets. That's the other thing about this game too, is all of the drops are the exact same every time you play. So there's no random drops or anything. You know where all the health pickups are. You know where all the weapons are. It's an easy game to learn, and the RNG is very small. So we're going to use the flashbang to stun this guy. Switch to our bombs, if I can menu. And just sit here and bomb him. And we took too much time, so he came back, but he still didn't do anything to us. Alright, so there's a little bomb here that if you trigger, it blows most of the people up, except for this dog. This dog has a lot of health. Alright, I'm just trying to save a little bit of health because of the early death I took that was unintentional. We're gonna skip these guys. Oh, no we're not. Alright, so after we kill this guy, we're going to switch back to our scuba suit because our fourth control is on the other side of this waterways. So once again, we need to watch our health because we don't want to die inside the water because we're not taking any air bubbles. So we are good. We'll just wait this one out. Yep. Didn't get it there. Alright, so with this guy, we're just gonna do a little rope-a-dope. As long as we go, keep jumping up, he stays at the top. And he drops a nuke. Ooh. There we go. Alright, so here's the first hard console. So you have to hit B, B, up, B, down, A, left, 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 A, left, left, A, left, A, right, B, up, right, down, A, B, down, A, left, up, A, right, B, down, left. So there you go. Pretty simple. And of course you have a timer, and if you don't beat the level in the timer, it blows up. So new people to this game definitely blow up the first time because the timer, or those puzzles are pretty impossible the first time you play to figure out. And yes, I have it all written down. There's no way I'm learning that one. I've got the first three pretty much memorized, but the last two, not gonna happen. There's just too much. Alright, so we have one tick of life, so we're just gonna be as safe as we can going through all this, and that means going up here. In case we die, we just go right back to here. And this is where we would die if we do, because these guys are always just random. Alright, so we're going to pull out our flashbang and use it on this guy. And kind of try to get into a rhythm throwing these bombs, because that seems to be easier. I died. Oh, and if you die, their health doesn't refill or anything. You just pick up where you died at. Right. So I am running pretty low on lives. Oh no. Oh no. That's okay. Do a little damage boost there. Kill this guy to get a little bit more health back. And now we're coming to our last bomb. Oh no. I jumped too early. Okay, so the last one is B up, A, right, B, down, A, right, B, up, right, down, B, down, left. Ah, I screwed up. That was supposed to be a down instead of a B. So I've got to start over. Alright, B up, A, right, B, down, A, right, B, up, right, down, B, down, left, down, A, B, down, B, down, A, left, B, up. There we go. So that finishes all of the puzzles in the game. So no more of that left, thankfully. And if anybody wants to play this game, I'm more than willing to give you those instructions there. Oh no. I almost fell off. Oh, I did. Nerves. They're killing me. Alright. So now we just have to kind of wait for these first two fires. And then we jump through there. Gonna jump up here. We're not even gonna worry about that guy. We're just gonna skip him. Gotta get away from our ladder though. Kill these guys to get bombs. And so normally in the real game, when you're actually playing, you go right, because there's a button you have to hit to open up the boss door. Today, oops, hold on. There we go. We're just gonna skip that guy. Come on. There we go. Can you say terrible at menuing? So today we're just going to skip a whole section of this first stage. And what we're going to do is we're going to go into this next room and we're going to pull a nuke out. And that button's on the other side over there. We're just going to nuke the room which hits the button. So we just skipped like a good portion of the game. And that brings us to the first boss. And it's just a totem pole. That just bounces around for a little bit and you're like, yeah, it's pretty easy. Just hit, oh crap, where'd he come from? And now he's just a spinning wheel of death. So we're going to use our nukes on him. And then we're just going to shoot. Now, when killing this guy, you're going to have to watch, because he drops 4 different items. Each one of those things drops something different. One of those things that gets dropped is another nuke. And you need that nuke for the next board. There was no way I was not going to die to that. It's too much bullets going on. So we need to make sure we pick up that nuke. If we don't, we're kind of screwed. It just makes the next board a lot longer. The other thing we need to pick up is more bombs. So hopefully one of these guys will die and drop us some bombs. And it happens to be the last guy. There we go. So we're going to go on and switch to bombs. And that's the end of the first stage. Now the first stage is actually almost the same length as the last 3 stages combined. So we're not exactly halfway, but we're pretty close. If I'm not looking at chat too much, I'm kind of, it's really a non-stop run. I'm going to go on and get this health just to be, okay. So in this next board, instead of puzzles, now we have safes. And so we have to crack 6 safes and pull out sheets of paper that tell what scum is about to do. And so basically you have 4 numbers on here. And each number that it starts with corresponds to another number. So like 2 goes to 7, 5 goes to either 0 or 8. I'm sorry, 2 doesn't go to 7. 2 goes to 9. So like 3 goes to 1, 4 goes to 5, 5 goes to 0 or 8, and so on. And so basically you just have to memorize those and go to the 6 saves that actually have paper in them. And it's pretty simple. It's a really quick board. So once again, all right, 9 to 3, 5 to 0, 2 to 9, 5 to 0, or 8 maybe. Yep, that one went to 8. Sorry if I'm confusing you guys. So again, in this board, we skipped a whole section of the board because there was another button. And instead of pressing the button, we're just going to go and hit the nuke again. And that skips like half the board, half the stage. So that's why if we didn't pick up that nuke in the last one, it would make it a lot longer run. Alright, so we're halfway through this stage. We're going to go right here to pick up this extra life. We're probably going to need it on this run. My mashing skills could use some help too. Alright, so it's pretty much, this board is just running around, looking for more safes, killing scum. You know, normal stuff. Trying not to die. Alright, 2, 5 to 0, 3 to 1, 7 to 2. Switch back to the gun, hit that key, or that button. Alright. Oops. We're going to kill this dog for a little health. And we're going to kill this guy up here for more bombs. We have 2 safes left now. Alright, look at all those 5s. Alright, 1 safe left. So in this next room, we're going to make sure we kill everything in the room. Because if you kill everything in the room, you get another nuke. And as you've kind of figured out by now, nukes are pretty important for this run. But we're not going to use any more nukes now until the end of the run. I'll explain a little bit more of that later. Alright, 3 to 1, 2 to 9, 3, 0 to 6. And that is all the safes. So now we're going to head to stage 3, which is also the hardest stage. It's not a long stage, it's just there's a lot of bullet hell. I don't know why I picked that up. Oh, and we have one more guy to kill. So we're just going to sit here, pull out our bombs, and just going to cheese him. Nice little blocker right there with that wall. Go. Now we're on to the... Uh-oh. Maybe. There we go. Uh-oh. Forgot to shoot the... So in this stage now, we have a new mechanic. And that mechanic is rocket packs. So up here in the next room, we are going to pick up our rocket pack. And basically, there are a couple areas in... wrong weapon. There we go. A couple areas in this level where we have to use the rocket packs just to get to the next platform. And one of them is right here. These look cool, but as you notice, they have a fuel gauge to them, and that fuel gauge goes really quick. So you don't get to use it too often in this run. Okay, so this is actually kind of a run killer area right here. You need to go up here, and then within 2 frames, hit left. If you go any more than 2 frames, the guy will just bounce you around and continuously kill you, and then you'll spawn, and he'll kill you again. And then you'll spawn, and he'll kill you again. Until you have no more lives left, and then it's game over. So, we got past it. Alright, here's our first bullet hell room. So we'll just try to minimize as much damage as possible. And we see that flash, we know we've killed the thing that we were trying to kill. Alright, so in this board we have 6 of these little orbs we have to kill. And so that's one of them. So, but they're all kind of guarded by lots of turrets, lots of electricity, and pretty much everything you can think of. So, but we've killed one, now we have 5 to go. That was the easy one, as long as you don't fall into that electricity and die. Everything in this board wants to kill you, that's for sure. Now we're going to immediately jump so we don't fall down. Oops. So our next turret is hidden under this block here. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh, I thought that was 6. Ah, nope, nope, nope. Alright, so we killed that one, but there's 2 in this area. So now we have to use a rocket pack. Go up here and shoot that one. That one goes down a lot easier. You're not doing good on health. Or lives. We're just going to have to take it a little safe. So this, you have to basically be at the end to make those jumps. If you're not at the end, you will not. And you got things flying at you in a random patterns. So you got to watch out for that as well. Oh, yep, see? Alright, so we're going to stun this guy and bomb him. Remember how I said we're not using any more nukes? I lied. I forgot about this one. We're just going to walk in here and nuke this area. Now, it doesn't actually kill everything, but it makes everything a lot easier to kill. Everything has random health in this game. Some have a lot, some have not. Alright, so that's 3. So we're halfway through this level. Oh, nope. This guy's interesting because as long as you're ducking, his shots just go right into the floor. So that's pretty nice. So you just have to duck through that guy. Oops. Ooh, missed it. Also in this one, if you kill those 2 fast enough, you can get out before the cutscene takes over, and that saves a few seconds. Get that life right there. Kill this guy, he gives you another rocket pack. So that fills us back up to full. So our next control orb area is right down here. This one's interesting because everything's below you. So you can shoot it without having to go down there. There we go. Got it. One more. And let's see if we can get out before the cutscene starts. Nice. Alright, now here is the area of doom. Basically, we have to get over this without the fire above hitting us. Oh, and there's those things going across. So we have to be very calm. Wait everything out. Oh, I'm scared. Oh no. You're like, okay, we're finally through. Oh no. And then you find you have more over here. So I'm gonna take this. Well, I might be able to do it. Nope. Oh, come on. There we go. Where's my rocket pack? There we go. So I'm going to use the rocket pack to go up that area to get some more bombs, because we're going to need those bombs here shortly. Oops. Hey, there was a ladder glitch. We're just going to jump through all of this. Alright, now we head to the funnest orb. I went out too early. There we go. Screen clear, by the way. And you'll see why, I mean, besides this bullet hell right here. We got all of this. So the only way to kill the one at the top is by jumping. Oh no. Dang it. Is by jumping, shooting, landing back on. Woo. Oh no. Alright, so we're on our last life. That seems like bad. But there is one positive. If we pull out our rocket pack and we fly over here, we get 2 free lives. So, that's nice. Alright, so even though this level doesn't truly have a boss, there is a guy down here who kind of acts like a boss. But he comes up a few times in the next level, so I don't really consider him a boss, though he is not fun at all. I'm going to take it easy and try not to lose. Normally, I'll just damage boost through this guy and kill him because I have more lives than this. But not doing so well. But he drops a free life, so that's good too. And he drops a ton of nukes. So we'll pick all those nukes up and go to the final board. Alright. So we'll just jump over all of this. So in this board, we have to save 8 Albert Einsteins. Basically, they're all in their own little room. And we just have to kill the enemy in that room. And they will be free. Oh no! Alright, we're just gonna fall down here. I'm just gonna wait this guy out. We have to kill this guy for 2 reasons. One, he drops a ton of flashbangs, which we'll need later. And 2, it brings up this close platform that we need to go up to the next area. So we're gonna pull out our flashbang. And we'll just kill this guy to save our first Einstein. Okay, so we have a new weapon in this board. It is Mr. Hyde Potions. So, finally, in this game, we now have super jump and melee combat. But as you can tell, the timer goes down, so we don't have it that long. So once again, this guy's back, and he's gone. It's pretty. This super potion's pretty nice. One hit kill. We're just gonna keep going with it. Oh. Like I said, we have super jump, so that'll allow us to make this big jump that normally you have to wait out. So that saves some time. All right. So to kill this one, we just kind of sit here, hit our head against the wall. And this guy actually drops a free life. So now we're back doing well on lives. We were at 0, now we're at 4. Alright. So this guy poops out eggs that turn into bullets. Yes, that is a real thing. See, Dr. Evil had nothing. His shark's lasers? No. Now, this thing poops out eggs that turn into bullets. That's the real winner. And this guy drops a free health, or free life. So, we're now good to damage boost through the rest of the game. Pretty much. Now we're just gonna sit up here. Bomb these Easter Island heads. This is a crazy game. I mean, when you think about all the random things that are in this game, it's like, what is a teenager doing fighting all this stuff? What is anybody doing fighting all this? Alright, so here's why we needed those. Those rock guys right there can only be killed by flashbangs. I don't know why, they just do. So if you don't have any flashbangs, you can't actually get past them, and they just knock you back and forth until you die, and then there's no way, come on, there we go, to get to this next section. Alright, we have another one of these guys that as long as you duck, his bullets go into the ground. They're just as bad as stormtroopers. Alright, let's get our super jump out. Flashbang. Bomb. And our last nuke. So now we have all the weapons to beat the final boss. Now we just have to get to the final... Uh-oh. Almost went into the water without the scuba suit on. Oh no! Well, that sucked. I was hoping to get to that air bubble before I died, but I only lost a few seconds there because now I can just damage boost through this guy instead of actually going to that bubble. And we're just going to once again damage boost through this guy because why even wait? Alright, get these bombs. We have 2 Einsteins left to get. Enough. Alright, so basically this time we are actually going to go to the bubble because we don't have anywhere close to the amount of air we need to finish this level off. So we just get our air back. Ooh, that's not good. Let's see if we can get around these guys. Hey, look at there. Damage boost through this crap. Let's skip that guy. Alright, get those last bombs. We don't really need them, but it's always good to have a little safety. And our last water section. And now we have just 2 more guys to kill, and then the final boss. So I'll go on and explain the final boss. The final boss he's just a 1-part fight. He's basically just driving a giant ship that has 3 weak points. Oops, you can't climb with the scuba suit. has 3 weak points, and so you need to shoot all 3 of those weak points to destroy the final boss. But, oops, that's alright. It's almost impossible to do the final boss. His hitboxes are really small, so it's really hard to hit him. So the final boss is pretty much, without having like 4 or 5 lives, it's almost impossible to do. But we've been saving our nukes just for this final boss. So I'm going to, oops, he doesn't have that big of a jump. Kill this final guy, change to my nukes, go in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's the end of the game. We just have to wait till he comes up. And time. So there you go. So normally you'd have to shoot those 3 spots on his ship, but we just go in, use 6 nukes, and it destroys them all. And that is it. It is over. 4013, that's not bad. The world record is only 39:30 or something like that. But I really haven't been pushing any percent or 1 loop down. I did push 2 loop down pretty far, but I haven't really put too much time into 1 loop. So I could probably get it down a fair amount if I actually... Oh, and at the end, he gets to take some time off and go sit on the beach, which kind of looks like the same beach in A Legend of Zelda. For whichever one's on the Game Boy. Kind of looks like where he, at the final screen of that. Alright, well, that's going to do it for me, but before I go, this is my only run for Retrothon, so I just wanted to give a big thank you to RGL for all they do, not just for Retrothon, but for all year round, putting on a lot of events for us to be in, and they do so much, and they also stream all week long, and it gives a lot of content for us. And I just want to give a big shout out to them and all the members that stream, and I also want to give a big shout out to this chat, because without you guys, I mean you guys are amazing, and to sit here and watch watch people like me, I just can't thank you all enough. Just because I don't really run all the fun, popular stuff. I like these small outliers, and so thank you all for coming and watching. And with that, I am going to sign off, and hope you all have a wonderful Retrothon. So have a good night.